This is unacceptable. You can't make any bones about it. If you're the St. Louis Cardinals, you cannot lose a series, let alone two, to the worst team in baseball, the Colorado Rockies. This is STL Sports Central Cardinals post game. I'm Luke Slabaugh. That's Grant Salsman. He went to school at a good place. He's the smart one here. Grant, your thoughts on this 6-5 loss at the hands of the Rockies here on this Wednesday?
Pretty embarrassing. I can accept one loss in a series that you should sweep either way, really. You're by far the much more talented team, but losing 2 out of 3 to one of the worst teams in modern baseball history is unacceptable. And it's embarrassing. I was at a loss for words when it happened. It was like that shock that hit you of there's no way that they just gave up 2 runs to one of the worst teams in the 9th inning. And on top of that, it's the uncompetitive at bats for 4 innings. I think there was 5 innings. There was 15 straight batters retired by the Rockies, giving up a run in I think 5 of the last 6 innings. It's bad. It's really bad.
And by contrast, the Colorado Rockies put the leadoff man on in every single inning from the 4th on. Granted, they didn't create runs in each one of those scenarios. However, they kept the competitive at-bats going, whereas bottom 7, bottom 8 for the Cards, not a whole lot cooking. And so it's a testament. This is a young Rockies team. No one on that team under the age or over the age of 27, they said on the broadcast. And so it's a morale booster for them. But again, they're 56 games under 500. The season has long been lost for them. And dropping the season series to the Rocks is it's deflating. The Cardinals are back to 500. They are now 19-16 in 1-run games, dropping this rubber game. And to your point, batting a $148 with runners in scoring position for this entire series.
Yeah, I mean it's the situational hitting as well. Even when the Cardinals were adding the run support, a lot of that was coming off of home runs, man on first. Once they got a guy to second or third, it just kind of fell apart for them, and that's been the frustration. I think that was more of a frustration on was that Monday they lost? Yeah, Monday with that loss was the frustration with runners in scoring position. Today it was just about getting runners on base.
Right. Brendan Donovan, of course, with that clutch 2-run hit to salvage the one game in this series and then the 0-for-9 game with runners in scoring position certainly hurts. We'll work in reverse today, talking about JoJo Romero's top of the 9th. Left-hander. I was ready to wax poetic about how much of a win-win this trade was with Philly. Edmundo Sosa getting some good playing time at second base over for the Phillies. And Romero pitching to a 1.98 ERA entering this game, 3 for 3 on save ops for the season. And immediately you could tell that the command was just off, missing low and away to Kyle Karros. And that pretty much, putting a runner on. Pedro Pajes taking one off of the thigh as well. Had Romero just standing out there on the mound for a little bit during the injury delay. And then Hunter Goodman, the all-star, coming in for the 2-run bomb. Your thoughts on JoJo Romero, Grant?
Yeah, I mean, first off, what a weapon Hunter Goodman is for that Rockies team. He finds a way. It seems like he's not great defensively, but man, can he hit some home runs for them. And he's great power off the bench. He's going to be a guy, I think, that could be a 40 home run guy in the future. A couple comments here. Aaron Dodson says, Luke and Grant, it's pathetic is what it is. Yeah, I mean, it is. It's pathetic. I think that's unacceptable, pathetic. All those are the words to describe that game. Chewy says, why is JoJo acting as the closer against right-handed batters when we have the GOAT O'Brien for that? Now, I'll say this is I think that right now, I mean, obviously in that situation, there was only one lefty coming up for the Rockies, and I believe he was pinch hit for. But I think there's no closer on this squad yet. I think it's really the lanes. What 3 batters does the team feel like are the best for each pitcher? O'Brien got hit pretty hard. He found a way to get out of it. I think both those line drives to Nootbaar were pretty lucky that those didn't find a way for hits. And Romero, it just didn't have it. To your point, Luke, of missing outside, Pajes goes down, then he hangs one across the middle for Goodman. But I don't know about you, but I don't really have any issue with Romero being in there. Obviously, he lost the game, but I don't think looking back, putting Romero there instead of O'Brien is the wrong move.
Right. Hindsight's 2020. You could say just gut reaction that, Warren Schaefer, outmanaged Ali and that Romero was the wrong call. But you're very limited in what you have out there. I
Yeah.
know Fernandez warming up there towards the end of the ninth, but I don't know how long of a leash O'Brien's got. As you mentioned, he was hit pretty hard, some balls hit on the screws. So it's unfortunate the one walk that Cardinals pitchers give up comes back and bites them. Granted, it's a one-out home run for Goodman, so he might have come up in the clutch anyway, but it is the difference maker there. And the Cardinals put a good charge into the ball there in the ninth, had a line drive base hit
Yeah.
taken away from Mickey Moniak, and then Sajasi, his fly ball just falling short of the left field wall there. It's unfortunate that it wiped out. We'll start with Michael McGreevy. Eighth
Yeah.
start of the year for McGreevy. It wipes out his third quality start, back-to-back quality outings by McGreevy. I think the crux of this for him,
Mm-hmm.
poise. We've mentioned this before on the show and on the telecasts as well. He didn't hurt himself at all. And he did get squared up a couple of times,
Yeah.
but he didn't let the issues compound. He did his darndest against a team that was very pesky and got after him in those later innings.
Yeah, easily in the fourth, fifth, and sixth. I mean, he gave up a run in each one. It easily could have been 2-3 runs in each inning. He found a way. I think it was the fourth inning, might have been the fifth, where there was a little more trouble. And he only allowed it to one. Sometimes that's what it is limiting damage once you find your way into some trouble. And I know there's a lot of talk about the offense, but 5 runs of support is pretty good. I mean, I don't know if you can put this on the offense. Obviously, it should be more against a team this poor, but McGreevy looked good today. I have no complaints about his outing today.
Also wiped out a pretty darn good performance by Pedro Pages, hitting out of the 9-hole, 2-run double, and throwing out a runner as well. I thought it was one of his better games and more consistent showings, and of course wiped away there. But Pages got the scoring started. I really enjoyed, at least for the first 4 to 5 innings,
Yeah.
the timely approach with 2 outs and 2 strikes. That was, I think, it started with Jordan Walker striking out. They had keyed in on Austin Gomber's knuckle curve. At least I think Walker did, and he was waiting on it. He takes a 4-seam fastball middle at 91, so clearly wasn't hunting fastball there. And then with 2 outs, Nootbaar singles to right. He gets a fastball over the plate that he wants. Sajasi on a 1-2 count hits a changeup low and outside to center field. We saw Ivan Herrera put bat on ball earlier in the game as well on that. And then Pages, 0-2 count, 2 outs. Knuckle curve almost scraping the ground there at 76. And he hits it to the left center field gap to score 2 runs. That was 2 out cooking. I thought Pages did a good job today, and of course soured by the result, but something you'd love to see out of your 9-hole.